Hey, welcome back. Thought I'd check in, show you guys what I've been up to. I guess I should have just done a freehand here. See on my old tripod. Got those rounded over. That's the frames I had 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've just put one dot on these. That's the one. That's going to be the Super B. Haven't got band grooves on it yet. They're going to all be wrap and tuck. The tips would have to be changed to make them get them to there. And I made some of my Altoid shooters in white. They're I don't make many of them. They are extremely dangerous to make. I've got Cam Vandal some over here in the black and yellow, but I haven't got them cleaned up yet. See, that's them. They're pretty small. They barely fit into an Altoid 10. I've got some in 1/4 inch thick too, but not something I'll be doing very often. And I've got some through the flush trim I got to change out. These are my 1/4s. These others are in half, so I have to use a different bit. But that's a flush trimmed Super Hornet. That you've seen me shoot. I got to make me another one of them. So this is the out of this new range. I'm probably going to like the Super B the most, because you can see that it is basically a Super Hornet with a little more handle. So, and I like that 1/4 inch thickness, but these prototypes are all in half. And I had a couple of other experimental templates, and I've only made a couple each one of these. No names. See, this one's got an offset handle. The camera and the phone doesn't show it up too much. I think you maybe can see it there. It's different on this side and that side. It's got a pretty good grip right here where the fingers are. And this one's centered. I don't know if you can tell. You can't tell a whole lot of difference in them. You might be able to right there. Get them next to this blue shirt and see if you can see the handles. They're 90s. One of them I made had a goof on, and I don't know where I'm done with it now. I've worked it down, and it's like an 89 mil, but these both the straight handle and this one, I think they're about the same length. Yep. I'll show you the straight one next to, I guess, the Super B, and the one that's the number 2 are among the longest. So these others are kind of in there. They're the ballpark for the length. It's got a small waist, kind of like this one. Had a couple of people say just by looking at them that this is number 4 of my prototypes. Kevin Lowe likes this shape. Ethan over looking at it on video said he likes it. So this is in that ballpark, but it's a little bit longer. So I'll get grooves on those, and and try them out. I've already made a couple of sets of these and got them grooved, but I wanted to make some more, maybe get some more people to try them out. And I'm trying some new white. This one doesn't have a texture on it. It's just smooth, but it's denser. I've got a couple of those. I don't know if you can see it in the light. They're shiny on the face. That's where these have got a texture. And I don't know if anybody out there's got one, but I must have had enough material on one for some reason. This is a white GS1. Most of them probably that I've made's been in this black and yellow. And I've got some plans for black and yellow to make a new frame. This was my template for the Crusader. It's kind of got this bat wing look up here. And I made another Osprey template. Remember where I laid it? Yeah, here it is. Laid it down, but I'm thinking about, I don't know whether I'm going to leave the tips like this and do the work I was going to do on the bottom, or make the fork tips like this. Now, that little section right there is about where you want to put your thumb. So I guess I've had one, I kind of smoothed it a little bit right there. So I guess it just depends on how sensitive you are on your thumb pressure. But that gives a pretty good sight mechanism right there. And this is a drawing I've kicked around to take the compressor kicked in. Take this template and do that at the bottom. And I've got one side plain and the other side divoted in to maybe update the Crusader. I got some help. My son-in-law, I showed him this, and he said if I had a way to inset, I could do that at the bottom, but I don't. That would look pretty cool, but I really don't have a feasible way to do that. But anyway, that's kind of what I've been up to today. I've worked on these off and on a little bit for a couple of weeks or longer, and I've just gotten around to getting these rounded. I've got to get the edges rounded off, but got to do some band grooves. I may do the Ospreys, or at least a couple of them, with clips. I've still got some clips, but I don't have like just bunches of them. And I may do, let's see, I've just got 3 that I've made, so I don't know. Maybe do one in clips and maybe do a couple in wrap and tuck. The clip bit makes a smaller groove where the bands would be for wrap and tuck. Although I guess you could do it with a smaller one. I like the groove a little bigger if I'm going to do wrap. And I've got an Osprey here that one's made for clips. You can see there's the band groove on it. And I've got another one here that I've run it on both sides, so I guess you could wrap and tuck it. It's not as wide as the groove that I use. I think I'm using I don't know if that's a 16th and I'm using an 1/8 or an 1/8 and a 3/16. I can't remember now for sure. But I use a smaller one for the clip because you don't want the groove too big for the clip, because it's a tongue and groove type thing, and you can see the tongue is, it's this wasp Enzo, and it goes in there. But anyway, I see the video's getting along. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and everybody stay safe out there, and I'll catch you next time.